Welcome back to For the Soul, the podcast. Miss Coco, I am. And sitting on my left.
It's your boy Lost So Soulful in the building, people.
And looking oh so fly to my right.
It's Mr. J in the building.
All right. We back for another episode, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
I see y'all looking all fly. We got you looking all fly again today.
Hey, we try to do what we can do.
Mr. So-so.
We got to do what we do sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to step to your grown man.
Okay,
Right?
all
As
right.
a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, Miss Coco? I know you finna go to Jay, but before you do,
Okay.
people out there, like, comment, subscribe, please. YouTube shit. Y'all know what it is. We need that. Put us in the atmosphere. Put us in the algorithm.
And Mr. J, I see you.
Thank you.
Got your top hat on. It's looking all cute and
Top
stuff.
hat?
Yeah.
That is not a topic.
I know it.
He is not the Monopoly man.
I got the paper boy joint.
Yeah.
We also want to make sure we shout out a few people.
Absolutely.
You wanna take it away?
Absolutely. First shout out, the homie from Cali. Look out, LA. Know my skills. Big up to you. I appreciate the love.
Yes.
My
yes.
boy Ray Gomes, Rhode Island finest, Cal Chapman. Look out. 2, Rhode Island, stand up, 401.
I want to shout out Miss Jeannie, baby, who's always on, commenting and watching the episodes. Miss Alex, shout out to you, baby girl. Brittany, I see you. Much love to you all.
Yes, much love to all of you guys. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, love you. Thank y'all for the support.
Yes.
All right. Today's episode is called Steal It and Kill It. We're not going to do a countdown today, y'all. We got 30 songs. But
Yes.
Steal It and Kill It is basically we're going to be doing the originals versus the remake of these 30 tracks. All right? We're going to be talking about who we felt. Did you just steal the track?
Yes.
Or did you steal it and
And
kill
kill
it?
it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Steal it and kill it. Shout out to Miss Whitney Houston. Steal it and kill it. All right.
Rest in paradise to the queen.
Absolutely.
The very first track we're going to do, All Cried Out. We had Lisa and Cult Jam in full force versus Allure.
Kick your fucking ass.
Versus Allure and 112. So what y'all think?
You want to start with me? Or
We're gonna start with you today, Mr. So-so.
Okay. So, from a vocal perspective,
Okay.
I felt like the Allure 112 version was a superior version vocally.
Mm-hmm.
I felt from a production version, which would be a recurring theme from the remake perspective, because I feel like that producer had a chance to hear the original,
Right.
use it as a baseline, and lay down different things,
Build on that.
build up on it. You see what I mean? So,
Modernize it.
right. So I'm not gonna put a lot of weight on the production. Okay, I'm gonna put a lot of weight on the vocals, and I'm gonna put a lot of weight on which one I'd rather hear.
Okay.
So, that being said, even though the 112 and the Allure version, I had vocally better, I had production-wise better, it was only by a slim margin that I said I would rather listen to that over the Lisa Cole Jam and Full Force version. So, that being said, I thought they did, indeed, by a slim margin, steal it and kill it.
All right. I think I would have to agree with you on all of that. I felt like the Allure and 112, it wasn't a big margin in between the two, but I did feel like that they did a better job in singing it, as well as, of course, the production, and that is the one that I would rather listen to. So 112, Allure.
It's unanimous across the board from my perspective. Like you said, by the slimmest of margin. Full Force, early on stage group that don't get enough recognition
Absolutely not
for
get
the-
enough love.
for the
From a
vocal.
production and writing standpoint, them boys
was nice.
intricate in that early to mid 80s R&B
Absolutely.
movement.
Yes.
Intricate. Shout out to the homies from Full Force, man.
All right, the next track, Always and Forever. Heat Wave versus Luther. Mr. J, what you got?
From a vocal standpoint, it's gonna be hard for me to ever go against Brother Luther Vandross. However, this is a track that Heatwave did. They did a phenomenal job as well. Y'all probably see this a lot with me with this particular topic. Because I think that was a tie.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It don't matter. I can listen to either one and don't feel like I'm being cheated.
Okay.
So that's the perspective I'm coming from.
Well, I'm going cutthroat. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Coco. I thought it was going to me.
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
you want me to get it?
Oh man.
Go ahead and get it, Miss Coco. I'll finish. I thought it was going to me. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, talk to the people.
All right, I feel like I wanted to do something different here. I know, when we do our normal dream versus battles or whatever, sometimes we have ties, sometimes we have draws, but I felt like I didn't want to do any this time because I felt like if you had all of this, you had the song, you had the production and all of this, and it's still a tie, then I'm gonna go with the original. I'm not gonna tie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But with this one, Heatwave and Luther going in to a few days ago, going in, I was like, Luther, he did that, he killed that, whatever. But listening to it, let me tell you something. I felt like I had to listen with a different set of ears for the sake of doing the show. I had to listen with a different set of ears. I felt like Heatwave sung it better. I felt like the production, I enjoyed the production with Heatwave better, and I would listen to Heatwave's version before I listen to the Luther. I prefer that one. So I'm gonna roll with Heatwave for this particular song.
So Luther just stole it.
He just stole it.
Okay.
He
Miss
still
Coco said it was
didn't kill
still
it.
sold. I'm gonna round it out. I'm the tiebreaker, and to me, Jay, this was light work. This was light. Heatwave, vocally superior. Production from the older track was superior, and I'm gonna rather listen to it. Luther just jacked that shit. He did not kill it. I cannot believe I'm saying that somebody outsung a Luther.
Yeah.
He outsung Luther. It was flat out real. I never liked the Luther version. I had more respect. Like Miss Coco said, we made sure that we went back and listened to all these tracks, people, back to back, before to get prepared for this show. Even though I was very familiar with both renditions, I owed it to you guys to make sure I listened to them back to back.
Right.
Luther's version was not as bad as I originally felt, but it was still light work for Heatwave. He stole it. He did not kill it at all. So Heatwave, 2-1.
Cool. All right, the next track, one I'm going to enjoy.
Okay.
As We Lay, Miss Shirley Murdoch versus Mrs. Kelly Price.
Okay. So I get started with me. I thought from a vocal performance, 51-49, I gave it to Kelly Price. 51-49, it was that damn close, y'all. Production wise, I gave it to the original. I thought the original done something that was just a little more, it touched the spirit a little more to me.
Okay.
I would rather listen to the original. Still, after hearing both, I would rather listen to the original. Not that much, but I would. So, to me, Kelly stole it, but she did not kill it. But not bad. It wasn't just
said it was Kelly 51. She did sing
But
it.
he gave
But I gave the other two.
But the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, you
Okay.
have to
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
I would rather listen to that one.
Okay.
And it was that, and the vocals were so close
Gotcha.
that it's gonna outweigh. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. And if you're the original production, to me, if the original production win, that's almost double points.
Okay.
Because you was supposed to kick that ass. You had the track already laid. Okay, so that's me though.
All right, Mr. J.
I'm gonna almost concur everything he said. Again, this is one of them joints that I look at more so as a tie than she did. Because to me, when you say she didn't kill it, to me it sounds underwhelming. Like she underwhelmed the track.
She did not.
And she did not. And Kelly's Price rendition of that joint is superior work. So,
right.
But like you said, Miss Murdoch, from a vocal standpoint, she murdered it as well. So, again, might not like it from my perspective, but that's even slate for me.
Okay.
Okay. I felt like the production with the remake with Kelly was better.
Okay.
It was more of what I would want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the vocals were pretty much, like you said, I would probably say 51 to 49 as well. I thought that Kelly did just the baby teach bit better than Shirley, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I would prefer to listen to Kelly's version over Shirley's version of this song.
Okay. So that's an even draw, basically, right?
And I feel that
that's about what it's supposed to be. Yeah, I'm around with Jay on this. That's what it should have been. It was that close.
It's that close.
Yeah.
All right. Our next track is going to be At Last, Miss Etta James versus Miss Beyonce. Mr. J.
This is bad. I know I'm gonna get murdered by the Beehive. Don't kill me, please. But man, Miss Etta James, her version of that song is
Classic.
man, it's spectacular.
Yes, it is.
So, Beyonce, you definitely did it justice. I'm not
Yes.
saying anything of that nature, but between the two, I would definitely want to hear Miss Etta James' version. So, I got it ranked superior.
Okay. And from my perspective, I almost locked in step with Brother Jay. I thought Etta's version was, vocal performance was better than Beyonce by a slim margin though. Maybe 55, 45-ish, up in there. Not Beyonce definitely did.
She did.
She did.
She did that.
You couldn't, you fucking with Etta. You fucking with Etta. And she was in her pocket with Etta. So I can't, you cannot be mad at what Beyonce did. She did a more than admirable job. The production to me was basically a draw.
Draw, yes.
I didn't hear too much difference.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like they just basically said, we're going to ride what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Why? So, and then from what I would rather listen to, I think by the slimmest of margins, I want to hear Etta's version. So Beyonce stole it, but she did not kill it. But once again, it was close, razor thin. But because you were so close, I gotta get a nod to the original. Because you already had the blueprint. So if you didn't improve on that blueprint, then I have to lean towards the original.
Right. So everyone knows.
Everybody knows. This is my secret.
That I rocks with Miss Beyonce, okay? Proud member of the Beehive, okay? I felt like the production, it was very similar. It's like they just kept it pretty much the same. I felt like, Etta came through and she was like, hey, At Last. Now, let me tell y'all something about At Last. At Last is a very, 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 very special song to me. Okay, it was like one of them songs. I was like, I'm playing this at my wedding, okay, and that's that on that. But I ain't get to play it. People be hating on me. But I'm gonna leave it at that. But At Last was just, I love that song. I used to listen to, a few years back, listen to Beyonce's version of that song and just singing it, just going away. But listen, when I put Etta on, Beyonce did a wonderful job. Wonderful job.
Yes.
She did it. I can remember her singing, the night of the inauguration for President Barack Obama and Michelle while they danced or whatever. It was a beautiful moment. It really was.
Yes.
But Miss Etta, she sang it better, slightly, but she did. And I honestly don't really know who I would rather listen to. So for that reason, like I said, if you can't just take me and steal me all the way away, then I'm just going to have to roll with the original.
Okay.
So, Miss Beyonce, you stole it, boo. But you didn't kill it.
Okay. So go ahead, Jack.
Let me say this, man.
Yes, sir.
Just from the historical
Perspective.
that you just provided to us with the inauguration, y'all gotta say she killed that thing, because that would be forever etched in it. A whole new generation.
Right.
Yes,
mind
absolutely.
Versus the Etta. So
Etta mad too.
that's why I say, man, it's hard for me to say certain, even if they slightly underwhelmed, I think she still killed it.
Okay.
You understand?
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think you understand it. Because to me, if you killed it, that means you took it from that guy. You took it, Jay. You took the championship. She didn't take the chip. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I know what you're trying to say,
Yeah.
because she killed the performance.
And she,
but but to me, when you kill it, that means it's yours now, Jay.
And I feel like I ran across this with another track as well.
Okay.
To where you know, you have these songs that were recorded, and I'm listening to the recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you singing it live, you done the song and you singing it live, you can do many things with it or whatever. But I'm judging the recorded versions that you put out. So yes, she did the inauguration, you know, ball, and she killed it, and she was
Yes.
murdering that while they danced, and the emotion in her,
And
you know what I'm saying,
the
with
impact, the significance,
Yes,
of the
all of
moment, all of that. Yeah.
But I gotta judge the track
That's right.
that was placed. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Because if we do that, we're gonna run into a whole lot of problems. Because we be like, cause such and such was on live singing.
That's right.
You know, and he did this.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just gonna stick to that lane. When I say that, because I ran across that with another song, I was like, but I heard her sing this better live. But no, what you do on this track.
Right.
So
Okay. Fair enough.
all right.
Talk to the people.
The next song, At Your Best, You Are Love. The Isley Brothers versus Miss Aaliyah.
Skip Mr. Pistol. Zone Law? Oh man. So, from a vocal perspective, wow. Went in thinking one thing, left out feeling another way. Aaliyah, I felt like this song, shout out to the homie R. Kelly for having enough foresight to say that this song fits with a young lady. That song in her pocket, that was just that was just it for me. So vocally, I thought Miss Aaliyah did the damn thing. From a production standpoint, I thought the production was a tad better. Of course, it was newer and up to date. And what I'd rather listen to? I'd rather listen to the Aaliyah version. So from my perspective, short and sweet, Aaliyah stole it. She stole it, and she killed it.
This was one of the tougher.
Yes, it was,
man, because I literally was listening to both of them as I was driving over, and man, Ronald, man, he murdered the joint.
Yes, smooth and silky, like
Smooth
yes,
and silky.
Yes.
That's the perfect definition for what he was doing. But man, what you just said, Brother Law, man, Aaliyah, she took that thing like she was getting a baton handed to her.
I got it.
Boy, she shot out of that.
Shot out the boy,
and it was insane, man. So, Brother Ronald Isley, I do apologize, bro, but I might have to give this one to Miss Aaliyah, God rest your soul.
And for her to be what, 14, 15?
Yeah,
she was very young.
And Jay,
It was almost angelic, bro. Her vocals.
you understand? Now,
Yes.
but that go right back to what I just said. That's her song.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean when I say steal it or kill it?
Yeah,
That's her now.
I feel you.
Yeah, that's her now.
I feel you.
Yeah.
So, I concur with everything my co-hosts have stated or whatever. I feel like that I wanted to be very fair, because a lot of times we can get wrapped up, I believe, in what we heard first,
Right,
what
right,
we
yes,
grew up on.
yes,
You know, maybe
absolutely.
like the older generation,
Absolutely.
more mature generation would, you know, I'm gonna roll with Ronald, and the
Right.
younger generation would be like, no, it's Aaliyah for me. You know what I'm saying? I tried very hard not to get wrapped
Take
up
that
in
bass out.
yeah, I had to take it out and be fair or
Right.
whatever. And I just feel like Aaliyah's voice, the way she was singing, and one of my absolute favorite parts of the song is probably the last line she sing. Sing at your best, baby. The way she sang that part, I just love it. So I was listening to Ron, I was like, come on, what you gonna do? Where's it? I mean, it just wasn't giving what I needed it to give. Okay? So I'm gonna roll with Aaliyah on she sung it better.
Yeah.
The production, of course, was better, and I would absolutely rather listen to her version of the song.
So did she
She
steal it and kill it?
stole it.
Okay.
And she killed it.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Steal it and kill it.
All right.
All right. The next song, Come Over. Changing Faces versus Aaliyah. I'm going to go first.
Talk to the people, Miss Coco.
Okay? I'm going to go first. I feel like, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't really know what the difference was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean no harm. Because I was like, the production, I couldn't really, I was like, okay, this is the same.
It was the
Okay.
exact track.
And then I was like,
was the
okay, now Aaliyah is singing, changing it. Like, everything sounds the same. So Aaliyah just stole the song. She didn't steal it and kill it. She just stole it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, girl,
Literally
I gotta go with Changing Faces because you ain't do nothing to it. I mean, we just big up it on the last round, but this one, I'ma just say Changing Faces because you did not steal it. We stole it, but you didn't kill it.
Okay.
I agree with everything that you said, but I will say this: between the two, I would more likely always go to the Aaliyah track before I go to the Changing Faces. And that's probably because I'm more accustomed to that song with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, listening to it, everything that you just said from a vocal perspective, they were almost identical.
Yes. I was like,
It was
what
kind of
is
weird
this?
and scary as I was listening to it earlier, bro. But then it was also the interesting thing about that is the connection with Kels between Changing Faces and Aaliyah. So it was like, man, that's pretty interesting. But said that to say, I basically had it as a tie, bro.
Okay. And I can see a tie definitely, but the only reason I'm gonna not give it a tie is because once again I'm with Miss Coco on this. If you got the original and you don't outdo the original, I'm going with the original. And unlike you two, I would lean towards Changing Faces one before I went with the Aaliyah version.
Okay.
But my ears are just, you know how I feel about those when you with the harmonies and things like that, you know what I mean? So it's just about a slim and some margins. I mean, like you said, it ain't no difference.
It ain't
no difference. So it's just I'm gonna give it to them because she didn't do nothing else with it that y'all didn't do with the damn thing.
Right.
It was the exact same damn production. So she sung it exactly the same. Nobody fucked it up. Nobody messed it. It was a beautiful song, cold blooded. It's a shame that people didn't know the Changing Faces version, but it's all good. Yeah, it's all good.
All right, we gonna cruise on along with Smokey Robinson versus Mr. D'Angelo cruising. Mr. So.
No, Jay started this.
Come on, Mr. J.
I don't want no pauses. Let me tell you something.
Listen, this is the first, y'all. Mr. Lonzo Soulful don't want to talk.
Yeah.
What we doing?
Man, listen, man.
Come on, Jack. Come on.
Smokey, man. Smokey remind me of my pops, man.
Okay.
Just off of mere look.
Yeah.
But man, I got introduced to cruising by my father.
Which version? The
Smokey
Smokey joint?
Robinson.
Okay,
Yeah.
making sure. Okay.
So it's just one of them joints that particular cut is gonna resonate with me, being that this was something that he introduced me to. So on that merit alone, I'm gonna go with Smokey's version.
You feel like Smokey sung it better than D'Angelo?
To be honest, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm a huge D'Angelo fan.
What about the production? You felt like Smokey's production was better as well?
I would probably go with the more up to date version.
D'Angelo's
But
version of it.
The production, and if I'm being serious, I think just the totality of the song, vocally, production, and everything, the first one was better.
Okay.
Man, this is tough. Smokey sung the shit out of Scrubs. And when I heard them back to back, I was just like, oh my God. The brother D'Angelo done it mad justice, man. Mad justice. About the slimmest 52-48 type shits. Smokey sung it better. I mean, just slim as it gets. The production on it. once again, it's so tight to me because they
slightly different.
different, but they both appeal to my ear.
Right, and they both go with the vocals that the person lays.
And I'm just gonna go D'Angelo on that one about a slim margin. And what I rather hear, hell, I don't know when I wake up. I don't damn know which one I want to hear, to be honest with you. I'm being honest with y'all, man. It's a draw for me.
All right.
He didn't steal it and kill it, but I can't. I don't even know. I was just both of them masterful performances.
And you'll listen to both of them.
Yeah,
that's the ill thing.
Yeah,
you'll listen to both of them.
So he didn't steal it or kill it, but it's a draw for me.
Yeah,
go ahead, Ms. Coco. That was a tough one for me.
I ain't mad.
I do agree that it was a close one. It was a tough one for me. I just felt like I enjoyed D'Angelo's production better. I don't know, it's just what my ears, gravitated to. I would also probably listen to D'Angelo's version over Smokey's version.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought you were gonna go with Smokey. I did. But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to say that.
I also who sang it better? I don't know.
You ain't nobody right or wrong on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's one of the ones when it's that close.
It's that close.
There's no right.
Good luck.
Coco.
Good luck.
And so I guess from just sticking to what I've been saying, if I don't know, if I'm unsure, I have to go with the original or whatever. But I can't, because I already listened to D'Angelo and I thought D'Angelo's production was better.
And that's why I say, man, it's hard for me. I align myself with how you said to steal it and kill it. But man, he didn't, I guess, run with the baton but man,
he did though.
Killed that.
No. This time he did, because he is synonymous with the cruising track as well.
That's what I'm saying.
That's both of their songs. So it's one of them times where I don't know if he really won, but he still didn't kill it, because that's his song too now.
And so I feel like that on a lot of these cuts. I do. So yeah.
All right, moving right along. Giving him something he can feel. Miss Aretha Franklin versus them badass gals in Vogue. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So let me. Which one of y'all want to take?
It don't matter. I'll go. You go?
Yeah,
go ahead, Jay. Come talk to him.
Listen, man, Aretha, when I tell you, she to be doing that basically by herself from a vocal standpoint, she had the background, but man, she murdered that joint, and that's one of them cuts I felt like was, but En Vogue did it justice and more, and to me, they took that song up and elevated it to another level. So I'm gonna take En Vogue's rendition of that joint.
Okay. Now I'm coming swinging the bat hard body. I went into it thinking that En Vogue was the clear and flat out winner. Let me tell you something. You gotta think about when Aretha did that track, Jay.
And that was in 60 what?
I don't know. I know it was late 60s, early 70s, right?
Yeah.
So to sing that type of song at that time, come on, bro.
And she didn't give a crap.
And she didn't give. And let me tell you something, Jay.
She like I'm singing it.
She outsung Dawn. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. To me, I said, damn. I thought En Vogue clearly was the better rendition of this track. No, Aretha was better to me, and it was probably 60-40 better. I thought, like, if I was listening to having the contest, I would have no problem saying I rather that's the person who outsung that person. She outsung Dawn to me. That being said, like you say, if it weren't for En Vogue, that song wouldn't have the legs it has. That's just being honest. She didn't do with the song what they did with the song. Production wise, I like the Aretha version, believe it or not. Felt like I was in a fucking juke joint or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like nigga passed me a cigar and some goddamn brandy or something. Yeah, I'm back in the boom boom room. Yeah, so I'm in Ray's boom boom room. That shit was dope as hell to me, man. So even the production, like, I know the production from En Vogue should win, but it was just something about that old. It's like she just had the band doing their damn thing.
I agree wholeheartedly with you.
But I don't even know which one I'd rather listen to.
It gives you two different feels.
Right. Yeah. I don't know which one I'd rather listen to.
Miss Coco, the only reason why I would probably say the En Vogue, with the rest of the En Vogue girls did from a background vocal standpoint was way more significant than the girls that was singing background for Aretha.
But go ahead.
And I agree with you. I think that was the point, was to put Aretha out there by herself. That's right. Because that was her lone song.
Right.
But En Vogue, being that you heard the vocals of the other three,
ridiculous.
It was ridiculous, bruh.
Yes.
That's why I think that song got elevated to the level it got to. That's the only reason why I agree with you. I think she outsunned done. Not gonna lie to you, Dad. But the other girls made up for that.
Gotcha.
That's why. That's my perspective.
But this is one of them ones where I'm gonna have to give it to Aretha, just because I don't fucking even got a good answer. Because like I told you, I don't even know which one I'd rather listen to. I'm probably gonna lean towards the En Vogue 7 times out of 10, but man, I have no problem listening to that Aretha version. Miss Coco, talk to the people and let's hear your perspective.
Miss Coco.
All right, so going into it, I didn't know the Aretha version, you know, and I am a big fan of this song, the En Vogue version. I feel like it's just really sexy. You know what I'm saying? It's like I remember the video, and I might even cheat it because in listening to it, I listened to the Aretha version, and then I went back and watched the video, En Vogue video, and watched, and listened to the song or whatever. But I felt like this. I felt like I enjoyed the production of En Vogue's version better, or whatever. I like that deep bass coming in. That's, come on, you still talking to me, okay? And so, but I listened to Aretha, and I was like, this lady is singing her life away. And then when it got to the second verse, Dunn talked the second verse, tried to talk it all cute and sexy and shit, but Aretha sang that shit. She sang it, okay? And then I felt like I know with the harmonies and everything with En Vogue or whatever, their harmony be spot on. Like we've already stated that
in pocket always.
Their harmony is amazing or whatever. But I felt like, okay, so I'm gonna break it down. So from the lead, Dunn versus Aretha, I feel like Aretha sang the song better than Dunn. Then we come to the backgrounds. Of course, Aretha's backgrounds weren't the same or whatever because it was just Aretha didn't have the whole group. But I felt like, dang, I don't really know which one is like any given day. Now I feel like I got a whole nother giving him something he can feel song I can go fucking listen to. And so for me, I feel like I would rather give it to Aretha because it's one lady versus 4. And you make me feel like that with it's just one of you versus 4 of them. The 4 of them is the one that I've always known. I've always rocked with, danced to, and everything else. I've done, some things with that song.
That's right.
And then here I am coming in with this song from Aretha, giving us something to feel, and you got me questioning and stuff. I'm gonna go over here with you, Auntie Aretha, okay? And that's what I'm gonna say, over here with Aretha.
My brother loved that. That's right.
I don't know what else to say.
She preaching that gospel over He finna pass the collection.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, man.
All right. So
real quickly,
yes.
I like the fact that you brought up the video. I feel like what they did with that video is what that sounded like from Aretha's point of view. That video looks like it was in that time frame. So,
but I tell you, I want the cigar.
Yeah.
I just left the office and I had
You
to
got
undo
to
the tie.
under your tie. You're
Yeah.
like, woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they was definitely in pocket jack.
They did it justice. So.
Definitely.
They did it. They had the little boys like, woo.
They definitely had me on one, boy. Definitely had me on one.
All right, next song. How come you don't call me anymore? Prince versus Alicia Keys. I think I want to hear from Mr. J.
Man, listen, hey Keys, I love you. Man, Prince is a different beast, man. From a vocal standpoint, for that dude to hit notes that's reminiscent of a woman's voice, man, this dude was not only a musical genius, this dude's vocals was spectacular, man.
His vocal range is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous,
right,
man. Keys again. Key, I love you, Prince.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that I felt like the production wasn't the production a little similar. I don't remember.
Well, Prince was more just on the piano with the keys.
I got
Alicia
it.
Actually brought in the backing track.
Yeah, I got it. Alicia Keys as far as production,
Yes.
and
I do
then
as well.
Prince, he sang that song.
He did that.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm gonna go ahead and go with Prince. He sang it better, and I would probably rather listen to Prince's version. Alicia, sorry, but you just stole it.
Okay.
Not sorry.
So I like Prince's vocals a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Not that much, a little. Just because his vocal range is ridiculous. Production wise, believe it or not, I just like the key. I just give me the piano and that motherfucker talking that shit, and I'm good. I always have been. But that being said, A Key's production was bananas. Was bananas. And she gonna tickle that average with the best of them. Which one I'd rather hear? I honestly don't know. Sometimes I want to hear Prince. Sometimes I want to hear A Keys. I'm not gonna even hold it. I'm not gonna even hold it. It just depends on, do I want to hear that whole instrumental bagging, or do I just want to hear the keys and just hear that motherfucker get down with it at the concert? So it just goes that simple with me. That being said, Prince by the slimmest of margins.
All right. Next track, I Will Survive. Gloria Gaynor versus Miss Shantae Savage. Mr. So Soulful.
Man, we went a little crazy with y'all on this one. I know, using disco with a very soulful track. I didn't look at the production of who did this, which is very unlike me. But to the producers out there, to the writers out there, to the composers, what Miss Savage did by taking that disco song and those lyrics and basically remodeling and remolding it. Gloria Gaynor sung that song. I think Shantae Savage is overlooked because she came out in '95 when Toni Braxton was at her apex prime.
Right.
You still had
Anita.
Miss Anita just coming out with the what was that, the Lovers Rock, I believe, album. So she had to contend with both of those who sung in that same, those two females that sung in that same deep ass type of way. Not to mention the homie Miss T-Boz.
T-Boz, TLC, I was literally about to say that.
So she had a lot of contemporaries already, at that throne.
Yeah.
Right.
So she was overlooked. But she sung that song. She sung that song.
That song. So you feel like she sang it better?
She sang it better.
Production.
From a production standpoint, because we for the soul. I got to say her. Even though the disco track was dope. But we for the soul. So
and
I
which
got
one you rather listen to?
Oh, by far and away, Shantae Savage.
Oh.
I bought that album because of Shantae Savage. Shout out to the homie Barnes. Man, you gonna buy that album off one song? Yes, nigga. Yes.
Lord, bless it.
Couldn't find the single, so I bought the whole damn album because I like that song. Shantae Savage for me.
Okay. Mr. J.
You're the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye. Think of a crumble.
Everything he said from a production standpoint, I agree with. As far as the songs, what you would listen to, that disco version it resonates and hits a little different because that's what you more than likely heard.
That's right.
More and more.
That's right.
So from that perspective, I give it to the original. I like how, like you said, she took that a disco song and made it soulful. But as far as listening to it, I would probably still go with the original.
Okay.
All right. Shantae Savage. Vocally, she sang it better.
But
Vocally, she sang it better. I'm gonna go with the original for the production, as well as the one I want to listen to. Okay.
Okay.
Cause I'm going. It just gets you moving, dancing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't wanna go be slow with you, Shantae. You cute and all, you can sing, girl, but nah. I'm gonna go
Shout out to
ahead.
Shantae Savage. She killed that shit.
I'm gonna go ahead. You sang the hell out of the song, but I'm gonna go. I Will Survive. Up tempo me. Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Our next track. I'm going down. Rolls Royce
Boom, boom, boom,
versus
boom.
Mary J. Blige. Listen,
okay.
I'm gonna go with
Mhm.
Miss Mary
Okay.
for the production.
For the production, okay.
I'm gonna go with Miss Mary for singing it better.
Talk to the people.
And I'm gonna go with Miss Mary as the track I want to hear.
Okay.
So I was listening to Rose, okay,
Mhm.
Royce,
Okay.
and it kind of threw me off a little bit when she kind of started crying on the song.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, and the way she cried, it was just weird to me. I'm sorry, a little bit, but you know, I felt like Mary took that thing, and that's Mary's song.
Okay.
That's her song.
Okay.
She going down. She walking down the steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
That
going
video,
down.
That video,
That video is different.
different.
You coming to me? I'm
Yeah.
gonna talk to the people.
Yeah.
I thought Miss Rose Royce and Miss Mary tied vocally. That's what I thought.
Mhm.
I enjoyed. Excuse me, people. I enjoyed her crying. I enjoyed her being vulnerable emotionally in that moment because I think that's what that was about.
She cried weird.
You can't tell a person how to cry, Miss Coco. What the hell? You ain't the cry police.
Yes, I am.
So,
Your cry needs to get better, and if you can't cry better, you need to go find somebody who can cry better on your track.
oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Yes. Cause no, ma'am.
So from a production standpoint, I thought Mary's production was a smidge better. It wasn't that much better, you know. It was a smidge better. You thought it was way better, Miss Coco?
I do.
Okay. And what I'd rather listen to, just because Mary was been indoctrinated in me so much, she still would probably be the version that I would gravitate to. But I ain't mad at Rose's version. But that being said, Mary stole it and killed that shit.
She did.
Yeah. Jay, talk to the people.
Another one of them situations, man, when you can have two people murder a track, and that's what happens here. But
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
We need autopsies for both.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Because Miss
I'm with
Rose
you,
Royce, she definitely did.
Absolutely.
She definitely
Absolutely.
did that, man. And Mary, she definitely did that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I look at it as a tie, and she still did it, and she killed it. But it's a tie. I like both versions, and it don't matter which version I listen to.
Right. I'm not mad at either one.
All right, y'all. This next track is one of my favorites.
Okay.
It's a track that I went in when we put this song on this list.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew
Okay.
who won. Okay. The track is "If Only You Knew." Okay.
Okay.
I said, listen,
Talk to the people. Miss Coco.
Kiki won
Against Angela Winbush.
against Patty.
Yeah, that's what Patty tried.
Oh, this. I'm sorry. I'm talking
I'm
about
like-
Kiki and the Bun. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on Kiki and Bun.
He don't be listening,
I
y'all.
don't be listening.
Bless
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm
say
on
that.
one. I'm
I-
on
I
one.
was about to say-
I'm going Renee and Angie, Kiki and Avunda. I'm sorry. It's
Well,
Kiki and
we're not
Patty. If
there.
only you
Bro, I was
knew.
about to say, man.
That's because you didn't introduce
So-
it right, Miss Coco. You supposed to say who it was, though.
I did.
Yes, you did.
I did. You
You
weren't
didn't say Patty
listening.
LaBelle.
Nah, he was.
Cause
she said
I said
she was
Kiki,
about
and
to
I was gonna say Patty, and you said something else. Just hold on.
Okay.
You said Angela, yeah.
All right.
That's my bad. Me,
Okay.
my ass.
Miss Patty LaBelle versus Miss Kiki. So going in, I felt like, okay, Kiki got this hands down.
Right.
So like I said, for the sake of this show, I'm not gonna go to the tracks that I heard 1st and you know, whatever, which would be the Kiki's version or whatever. Just did. I listened back to back. I listened to Miss Patty first, and then I listened to Miss Kiki.
Right.
And then I said, wait a minute, let me tell y'all what I did. I went back to Patty, and I went forward, you know what I'm saying, kind of towards the middle to the end of the song. And I said, dang. So I went back to Kiki again. They was battling, okay? Let me tell you what I found out.
Talk to the people.
What I had found out, okay, Miss Patty sang that song. I always thought that Kiki stole it and killed it, which she did do an amazing job. But then here's my problem with the song. This is the one I was talking about as far as like, you know, hearing a person singing live
Right.
versus what the track does. This is where I have the problem with Kiki on this track. Kiki, I've heard Kiki, I've seen her in person. I've seen her on many videos sing this song. This is probably one of her most famous songs that she does.
Right.
She sung this song and she belts that song out. When she gets to the end and she's going, she be gone. On the song, it seemed more like phoned in, like she didn't belt it out like I thought. Maybe from just knowing how she can sing and hearing her live, you know, whatever.
Kiki different.
She is a beast,
Yes, she
okay?
is. Absolutely.
But she did not beast the end of that song like I thought and like I know she can do from hearing her several times. And Patty did, okay? She was singing, she had brought it all the way up. It had came up her right leg and came and slithered it on out through the left side. She sang that song. So I'm gonna give it to Patty as far as who sang it better.
Okay.
I think the production, I would probably lean more towards Kiki.
Okay.
And as far as who I would rather hear, I don't know no more. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I've always listened to Kiki. I've known Patty did the song, and I've always listened to Kiki.
Right.
But now I'm like, listen, I might need to show Auntie Patty some love.
Okay.
Auntie,
Miss Wayne.
Miss, this is not a different world, okay?
Okay, my bad. My bad.
So I don't got no answer for y'all. I'm sorry.
I got an answer. To me, it was a clean sweep in the closest of ways, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I
It's
got
a clean sweep,
I got you.
but
I got you.
it was close every which way.
I agree.
Every which way.
I'm just
But
curious to see what
I'm
you-
going with Miss Patty.
I know that's
And
what
it
you
was
gonna say.
very, very, like Kiki did it, justice upon justice.
Absolutely.
And when she do it live, like you say, Miss Coco, it's
She
different.
murders it.
It's
Yeah.
different. But I'm gonna tell you what when Miss Patty do it live, it's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say too. Cause I
And
didn't
that's the one
Yeah.
thing I said, because and when listening and judging the song, I was like, but I know Kiki, because I'd heard about, I was like, but what do Patty do live? So I was like, that's why I said I have to judge based on what the track that's put out. That's what I gotta judge on, because you sing live, everybody can, you know what I'm saying?
And Miss Patty, she also will be here next month, by the way.
Miss Patty, Auntie.
I did not know. Okay.
Auntie Patty,
Go get your tickets
and
on deck.
she coming with Miss Gladys Knight.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I gonna be in town
I want to say it's the 21st. It's around Thanksgiving.
of November?
It's
Okay,
around
we'll be in
Thanksgiving.
town. Okay, we might check that out. Okay, good shit, John.
Oh, absolutely. Miss Patty, I think you started doing your pies to this song, cause boy, you was whipping it on this
Yes,
joint, man.
yes.
Yeah, like Brother Law said, it's one of them things that's a clean sweep, but it's by a slim margin.
Right.
But I would rather listen vocally, production even
Yes.
to Miss Pat.
Okay.
All right, next song. If This World Were Mine. Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell versus Luther Vandross and Cheryl Lynn.
Clean sweep. Marvin Gaye. Luther Vandross, Cheryl Lynn. I'm done talking. It was light.
Jay?
It was that light.
And he's being disrespectful to Brother Marvin.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it was definitely one of them things that Luther, he took it and he Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan.
It was light. I'm telling you, it was light.
It was, yeah.
I'm not being disrespectful to Marvin. I'm just saying, Jay, Brother Jay, for who y'all don't know, I personally know, because I know the nigga personally. He feels that Luther Vandross and Marvin Gaye are the two greatest voices of our times.
And you can throw Prince way up there.
Okay.
Yeah, Prince way up.
I'm not gonna even argue him on Marvin Gaye being number 2. I could, but I'm not. I know Luther number 1. He right on that. So I'm just saying this here. If Luther is 1 and Marvin is 2, the gap between 1 and 2 is the Grand Canyon. And that's that on that. And that's that on that. I said what I said.
Let me say this. Listening to the song, I'm like, okay, Marvin wrote the song. He did the song. Okay, that's cool. That's cute.
It was cute, but boy.
But then Luther got his hands
But boy.
up on it. He took it. He said, "Give me that. Let me get that."
Let me
right
show
there.
you what to do with this.
Let me show you right there. And it was like he was singing. And what y'all say is just so smooth and it's like effortless.
Effortless.
Like,
Effortless.
He got the most effortless voice.
Oh
Effortless.
my God! Listen,
Ever.
it was number 1 on one of my other lists somewhere. I love that song. So production, voice, he stole it. He killed it. I'm gonna listen to that one. I'm not gonna listen to the Marvin Gaye version.
Wait a minute, and hold on, y'all. We being very Jay talking about being very disrespectful. We're all being very disrespectful. Shout out to Miss fucking Cheryl Lynn. Annihilated it. She held her own with Luther Vandross.
Yes, she did.
She did that.
She was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't just it wasn't like Luther was carrying a bitch alone.
No.
She did her part.
Yeah. She was there.
Yeah.
She did that. Ooh, I just closed my eyes and just.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. She did that.
Yes. All right. So across the board is Luther.
Yes.
Was that on the wood?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
That's right when they was in the room. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at the dance.
La Tierra, 86.
My sister, she liked that song, so get you a dance. All right, next song. If You Think You're Lonely Now. Bobby Womack versus KC. So I'm going to say my little part and I'm going to get out the way, okay? So for me, I listened to it. It was one of the ones I had to listen to today. So as far as production, Bobby Womack.
Okay.
As far as who sang it better, Bobby Womack. And which one would I rather listen to? Bobby Womack.
You gotta fucking relax. It's a clean sweep, alright, but it's a clean sweep the other way. Excuse me, Coco. And it's light. KC outsung him. The production was better, and I'm gonna listen to the KC version better. Shout out to Bobby Womack because he sung the shit out that song. By the way, he sung. Bobby Womack that's a voice for your ass, Jay too. But KC Haley took that, he steal it, he killed it, stole it, and rolled with it.
In your opinion,
Fact. Jay, come talk to the people.
Right.
Break this tie, Jay. Break this tie. Y'all kiss my ass. Talk to the people, brother.
Oh man, listen. This is one of them tracks that I think both of them did what they were supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Womack, his rendition of it is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
KC, with everything you said, he grabbed it, he took it. One of them joints that I would give it even. I'm split down the middle. I can listen to both of them. I can listen to Bobby on a Saturday, 6 o'clock with some brandy, some Cavassier, some of that nature, sipping on that joint, and I can just be in the car riding, listening to Brother KC do his version of it. So whichever one, I like both. I'm gonna give him the tie.
So it's a draw.
It's a draw. That's a draw.
All right, next round. Killing Me Softly with his song, Roberta Flack versus the Fugees.
Okay.
Mr. J?
Fugees all day. I'm not
Every which way?
Every which way.
Fugees all day. Every which way.
That what you said? Fugees, but Roberta Flack sung it better.
Nah, I don't even know.
Yeah, that's that. I thought Roberta Flack got Lauren on that one. Battle Slim and some margins. I thought it was 48-52, Roberta. But everywhere else, Fugees. Okay. So it's a Fugees sweep.
All right, Lady Marmalade. Patti LaBelle versus Maya, Pink, Lil' Kim, and Christina Aguilera.
You want me to do it?
Yep.
Clean sweep for Patti LaBelle. And I'm done talking about it.
I second that.
Listen.
Light work.
Light work.
I'm sorry, ladies.
I'm sorry.
It was light work.
I'm sorry. What do you want me to say? Sorry.
I like the production better on the Maya and Pink them joint, but it's Patti, and I'm going to listen to Patti.
And light.
So it's Patti for us.
Yep.
Lately, Stevie Wonder versus Jodeci. Which one of y'all want to take that right there?
I'll run with that pick.
Okay.
Again, man. Classic Martin saying, man. What I will always have that synonymous with, as far as the
talk show. Well, what?
I
can't remember. Bernard Hill, Tommy Davis, and Bernard Hill. Yeah.
Oh man, classic.
Ooh yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Almighty Ma.
I will always remember that song from that. But I'm gonna have to go with Stevie on this, man.
Okay.
As far as everything, I like the production. I like his vocals, and I would more than likely listen to Stevie's version before I would listen to Jodeci.
Okay.
You want me to go?
It don't matter.
All right. I concur. I like Stevie. I think Stevie sung it better. This is another one I listened to again today. I think I like Stevie's production better. I felt like, listening to the performance with Casey singing and JoJo singing, I felt, for me, the song felt more of like a soft, smooth song, and Casey can be a little aggressive.
KC.
He KCing that thing or whatever. I felt like maybe it would have went a little better if JoJo had sung the whole thing, but then I feel like JoJo doesn't hold up against Stevie. So I was battling with all of that. I just preferred Stevie and the way he sung it, his production, and that is the version that I would rather listen to.
Slim and some margins, clean sweep, Jodeci. Thought they sung it 51-49. I thought the production was 55-45, and I'd rather listen to their version 60-40.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm surprised it's Jodeci. So.
It had nothing to do with that was not I have been on record when I felt like they did or did not win or lose.
Okay. All right. Love Changes.
New Edition versus Jodeci battle coming soon, people.
Please get ready.
And it's gonna be epic.
It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic, people.
It's going down. All right. Love Changes. Kashif and Melissa Morgan versus Jamie Foxx and Mary J. Blige. I don't know what to say. So this is the only song on my list that I don't have marked. I marked everything, production here, who sang it better here. This is the only song I don't have nothing marked anywhere. I don't know. It was so bad that I would like play the Kashif version and play his verse and then stop it, and then go listen to the Jamie version verse, then stop it, and then go listen to Melissa, then Mary. Like, listening to them, because of course I knew the Jamie and Mary's version from, you know, Jamie's album or whatever, and I didn't know the other version. But listening to them, Kashif and Melissa Morgan, I was like, they literally sound like, if you listen to them and say, who do you think would be a good pair to do this song? It's Mary. She sounds like that, and Jamie. Like this, I was like, this is crazy. They sound too much alike. I don't really know. So I mean, at that point, I just got to give it to Kashif now, because
that's what
I've been saying. So I don't really
stand by what
it feels like
consistency is key.
It seems like maybe in my mind, Jamie did a little bit better than Kashif at times, but then it felt like maybe Melissa, I might have it backwards, Melissa did it better than Mary. It was one way or the other, I can't remember anymore. But I don't know. So I'm going to just go with the originals.
Okay. So who's on?
It don't matter. I can go.
Okay, go ahead.
Bro, I thought it was a clean sweep by then margins, but I'm going to go with the original on everything.
Okay.
And Jamie and Mary, I loved what y'all did to it. But it was sort of like what we were saying earlier with the changing face joint.
Yes.
And a Liz.
Right.
Then they're the same vocals.
Right.
And if I'm going to do that and everything that you said stay in that vein, I got to go with the original. So I went with the original.
So,
Slightest margins.
Slightest margins. So, 51-49 vocally, Kashif and Melissa Morgan over Jamie and Mary. 51-49, 52-48. It's that close. Production, the original. And I like the original production way more than I like the Mary and Jamie production. I'd rather listen to the original.
Okay.
So there it is.
Original it is. All right.
Shout out to Kashif. Rest in power, my brother.
My first love, Renee and Angela versus Avant and Kiki. Go ahead.
Damn. So, I thought this was gonna be light work for Kiki and Avant. Turned out it wasn't as light as I thought, but I felt that Renee done just as good of a job as Avant, and I didn't hear that originally. But as I listened back to back, I'm like, nah, wait a minute, homie. I think Renee got Avant. The more I sat there and listened.
Little bit.
Little baby bit. But Kiki?
Yeah.
Against Angela Winbush?
That's what it was right there.
It was a gap.
Kiki, like we were saying, is Grand Canyon type. It's levels to this shit. Yeah. Angela Winbush is one of the most prolific voices of a generation. That show you how good Kiki Wyatt is. Because head up, she was like, no, I ain't having that. Production wise, I thought that they done a little better job, the Kiki and Avant, and I'd rather listen to Kiki and Avant. But it ain't as big as I thought it was gonna be.
I agree with all of that. I feel like production wise, I would roll with Avant and Kiki. I would absolutely rather listen to Avant and Kiki. I concur. I feel like listening to Renee, I was like, wait a minute now. Hold on, Avant, wait a minute now. But then, like I said, I break the songs down, go back and forth. Kiki, I was like, girl, you didn't took it there. And see, these the vocals, when you open up your mouth and you let all that come out, that's what I was talking about on If Only You Knew. She didn't do at the end of that song what I thought she did. Oh, but she did it on This My First Love. She opened up that
first
mouth.
time hearing her ass, by the way.
Yeah, she came on up out of
Didn't know her from a can of paint, and for her to do that.
Bam!
Yeah, she was
belting all of it out. And she just took the song and took it from Renee and Angela, and she said, give me that, I got it, thank you, and went on about her little business or whatever. So I'm going to roll with Avant and Kiki all the way.
Everything y'all said, I don't need to say it again. That brother, he was neck and neck with Avant. Avant came out swinging with Separated, hard single to come out with.
Yes, he did.
This song followed up from it, from that song, and to me, it was just, Separated was cool. My First Love was something different.
Totally agree, Jack.
When you heard the song,
totally agree.
Said, man, that's, again, I don't think, like movies, I don't think you only need to see it but once to know it's a classic.
That's right.
I heard that joint and said, That's a classic, bro, and it stood the test of time.
Yes,
so
it has.
I'm gonna go with Avant and Miss Kiki Wyatt.
All right. Ribbon in the Sky, Mr. Stevie Wonder versus Intro.
Okay. Stevie Wonder Light.
Stevie Wonder, light work.
Let's go to the next one.
It's Stevie for me, okay?
It's Stevie, by the way.
Yes.
All right, so let's work our way down. Settle for My Love, Patrice Rushen.
Patrice.
You say Patricia on the phone. Versus Music in Aries.
This was actually a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna give it to the original too. Really by a very, very slight margin. Again, if you know my vocal ear, you know Music is probably one of my favorite artists.
Yes.
But the original was a spectacular version of that song. So I'm gonna give the slightest margins to the original.
Okay.
I remember being a little boy and hearing the Patrice Rushen version. When I say little boy, I mean I was little, like little. Dating myself. But yeah, I was like a 4-year-old boy, and my cousin was playing it. You know, I didn't know Patrice Rushen, and she wasn't a big enough person for me to know her name. I just loved that song. And so I forgot about that song. Totally went out my memory bank until I heard Music come back with Aries and do it.
Yeah.
I know that song. I know this song. And so that's when I found it and found out that Patrice Rushen did. I'm like, God damn. At this point, I'm, a grown ass man. I know about Patrice Rushen catalog. Now I'm like, Patrice Rushen is one of the most underrated artists as far as being an influence to a hip hop generation that it might be. She is one of the most sampled artists of our time. No love, no respect. But I digress. I vocally thought that Aries done just as good a job as Patrice did. They were neck and neck. I don't even know. Production wise, it's something about that Patrice Rushen production that just, even though I thought Music and them production was beautiful, but it's just, that was my child. That's my childhood memory. It's hard to combat that. And what I'd rather listen to, the Music version though.
Okay.
So that being said, I mean, Aries really sung the song. He really blessed them on his first album. I don't know where they went. How do you squander that? I don't know what type of politics went into it. Aries, they sounded good. They done a beautiful job. That's a standout track. Would you not? That was a standout track from the first album. Absolutely. You know what I mean? How do you just not capitalize on that? I don't know who dropped the ball. Production company, record label, them. I don't fucking know. All I know is that Aries done the damn thing because I already listened to that, and so they stole it and killed it.
All right, I feel like I think it was pretty much for me. It was a draw with production. Between the two, but I feel like Music and Aries version took over. I would rather listen to that. I feel like they sang it better. So for me, it's a Steal It and Kill It. Music and Aries. All right, this next song is a sexy little song.
Okay.
Shh.
Break it down.
I wanna
Just to hear the sounds.
Hey. Prince versus Mr. Tevin Campbell.
This love is a private affair.
This is probably the only individual that I ever would put that took a Prince song, and I really felt like he can back with Prince.
Yeah, I agree.
I will give it a tie because of the amount of respect that I have for Prince. But Mr. Tevin Campbell, you did the damn thing on that one, brother. And that was his first joint, right?
That was second joint. That's not I'm ready joint. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
He murdered that.
Yes,
joint.
He did, sir.
So that's one of them ones. Again, I like Prince's version of it, but he embraced it and made it his own too. So it's a tie.
Tevin Campbell still didn't kill it. Light.
Oh my,
Yeah.
not light.
Yeah,
Dog.
60-40 across the board, minimum.
Oh wow.
60-40 across the board,
And that
minimum.
brother said minimum.
Yeah,
60, 40?
minimum. I think vocally, Tevin was probably 58, 42.
Bro.
Production 60-40 Tevin.
Man.
What I rather listen to 60-40 Tevin.
Listen, I'm not mad at the production or what you would rather listen to. I'm not. But you telling me from a vocal standpoint it was 58-42, bro?
Yeah, 58-42. Yeah, come on, Miss
Miss
Coco.
Coco, holla at this.
All
brother.
right.
You said holla at this fool.
Nah, I wasn't gonna call you no fool, bro. Come on, bro.
Mr. J said he did not say that.
Come on, bro.
For me,
Uh-huh.
production, Prince.
Okay.
For me, vocals, Prince.
Okay.
For me, I would rather listen to Prince.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Next song.
Okay.
Call it a draw.
Slow Jam. Midnight Star versus Usher and Monica.
Okay.
Okay, so. Why you laughing?
Hey, did you tell us a story about this one?
That I ain't no Midnight Star. Ain't know them people, and I wasn't alone. How about that? I don't know these people. No, I'm
Jimmy, you need your ass with too. You too old for that shit. I saw you in the comments. We okay, but you unacceptable. That's some unacceptable shit.
I don't know these people.
Man. Well, she said that was...
Midnight Star, Usher. I feel like Slow Jam, the Usher version, I would go with production. I feel like I'm just gonna go with Usher and Monica. I'm just not gonna even play with y'all.
Okay.
With everything.
Okay. I'll come on now. From my perspective, I always thought that I liked the Midnight Star version better, but when I listened to them back to back, the production was cleaned up, modernized, so that was better. They did. Monica and Usher, our song Midnight Star bows by a little bit, so I had to get that to them honestly. And I don't know which version I rather listen to. I still have my time. So that being said, Monica and Usher, they still didn't kill it though. So I'm gonna go with
Still didn't
because
kill
they
it.
were the newer. They did the remake and they handled their business. So there you go.
I believe they stole it and killed it too, but I'm not mad at the Midnight Star
Absolutely.
version of it as well. I can listen to either or.
Yes.
Me personally, I would say a tie.
Okay.
So.
All right. Next song, Sweet Thing. Rufus and Shaka Khan versus Mary J. Blige.
Who wants this? Me?
Bro, if you want it, I don't mind running with that joint.
Go ahead, bro. Talk
Bro,
to me.
this is one of them ones again. Like, I believe Miss Coco. I can't remember the track that you was talking about earlier when you said they sounded just alike.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a song that was Shaka killed, but when Mary murdered it, and she sounded just like Shaka to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I like both versions. I can listen to either version. Again, I enjoy. You stole it, then you killed it, but it's a tie to me.
I thought Mary sung it a little better. Thought Mary was about 55-45 better. Production wise, I thought Mary's production, of course, cleaned up, but that Rufus vibe, they had that band sound. It was so it was just what your ears wanted on that one. I'm not even mad one way or the other on the production. I'd rather listen to the Mary version though. Mary J. Blige still didn't kill it.
Okay, for me, I feel like I concur with Jay as far as listening to it and you're like, oh, they sound very much alike until the end. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened at the
Talk
end.
to us. Talk to us.
From these singer ears, let me tell y'all what happened.
Talk to us.
See, Auntie Mary, she was just hollering.
Okay.
And her holler, like certain spots her holler sound okay.
Okay.
But a lot of spots her holler didn't sound.
It was a little pitchy for you, dog.
It was a little pitchy for me, dog. It was a no.
Okay.
So then when Auntie Shaka was hollering, because she was hollering too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Her hollers was right. She hollered at them right. Okay. She like, let me holler at you, and I got you. So with them being like, okay, y'all singing it pretty much the same, but now I get to the end and I'm finding myself saying, ooh, with Mary, I ain't gonna be able to ride with you, Mary. I always thought that I would ride with Mary's version of the song, but once again, listening through different ears for the sake of, you know, hey, the show, I'm gonna have to go ahead and ride with Miss Shaka.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Jay. And Miss Coco, I did not listen to the hollers at the end, so I'm gonna go back and actually listen to what the hell in the hell you talking about. I mean, I know they did all that at the end, but I didn't break it down the way you broke it down. So let me go back and revisit. But I said what I said right now, though. But I ain't scared to go back and see.
And
what
I felt like I liked Shaka's production as well. So
that band sound got that
Shaka
like,
for me.
Okay. Feeling like they was in the studio just having a jam session.
A jam session vibing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. The closer I get to you, Roberta Fleck and Donny Hathaway versus Luther and Beyonce.
And again, man, this one was one of them ones that I didn't realize was gonna be this close.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought Luther, because I remember his version from when I was younger. I was like, man, but when I went and listened to hers, be honest with you, man, I'm gonna have to give it to Roberta Flack by the slightest of margins. But I'm giving it to Roberta Flack.
Okay, so Donny Hathaway has my favorite Christmas song, by the way. This Christmas, Donny Hathaway, This Christmas is my favorite Christmas song. So Donny Hathaway gonna always have a special place in my heart. Just hearing him do that track, Donny different, man. He ain't Luther different though, but he different. Luther different. Beyonce held her own with Roberta Flack to the point where I think she might have slimly got Roberta. I thought that Luther and Donny was, I mean, that was heavy. That was Foreman and damn Ali. You know what I'm saying? That was that type of fight.
Foreman and Run Loud.
Yeah. So it was. So, stop it. So I thought it was that type of battle, man. I don't even know which version I want to listen to.
Exactly.
To be perfectly honest, I don't even freaking know.
I know.
I think by the slimmest of margins, because it's so close, I'm gonna give it to the. I'm gonna lean towards the Luther and Beyonce version by the slimmest of margins, because I thought that both of them were that good. Those were some dope ass. That's a dope ass track sung by 4 dope ass artists.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Miss Coco. Talk to the people.
All right. I was a little surprised at Beyonce in this. When I was listening to this, you know, everybody knows Luther is amazing or whatever. So listening to her, I felt like she did really good with him. I mean, I know she can sing or whatever. I don't know.
Well, I think we gotta, not to cut you off, Miss Coco. I think we also, everybody need to take it to a perspective. That was a young Beyonce.
Yes,
like 23.
She was very young because this was on her very first solo album.
23.
Yes.
She was like that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She wasn't this grown Beyonce.
Right.
And so I was kind of, shocked at how well she did. It's like she was hanging in there with Luther. Yeah. Like Luther. That's Uncle Luther, okay? Right. So she did a very good job. I did enjoy. I think I noticed, or maybe you noticed that they switched it up. Like Roberta Flack started out, and so Luther sung her parts, where Beyonce sung Donny's parts or whatever. I thought that was a nice little switch up or whatever. But for me, I felt like Luther and Beyonce, just all the way. I'm just gonna go with them.
Okay.
All right. So, thin line between love and hate.
Boom, boom, boom.
The Persuaders versus H-Town and Shirley Murdoch. I'm just H-Town. It's H-Town for me. It's the production. It's the song. I'm gonna listen to that first. It's just that's what it is for me. It's giving I need to go watch the movie.
That's what I was about to say.
Shout out to the homie Dino, man. Rest in peace, Shazam. What up? Shout out to the homie Shazam. H-Town, like, ain't gonna play with the people.
Yep.
H-Town, but let's not act like the Persuaders didn't do what they did.
They did that damn thing.
They did that thing.
They made the song.
But when you have something that's you got a classic, like A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, and you attach that track to it, the movie, hey man, it's forever etched.
Jay, what's the name of this segment we're doing? What's the name of this segment?
It's stolen, kill it.
That's right.
And they killed it.
That's right.
Still didn't kill it. They did that.
They did that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Persuaders for making the song.
That's what I said. You was like, shout out for making a song. That's what they did. They made a song.
Absolutely.
All right. This woman's work, Kate Bush versus Maxwell.
Maxwell, like,
Maxwell.
Yeah,
She was singing. I was listening to that. I was like, what is this? She was singing like with a crying. I was like, what are we doing?
Maxwell, like,
Yeah.
he blessed her. He blessed her to
yeah.
take the damn song and do something with
He
it.
did something with it, man, and did what he did. So.
All right. Next song. Knocks Me Off My Feet. Stevie versus Donnell. Which one of y'all on?
Nah, I do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, fuck it, I'll go.
No.
First of all, Stevie Wonder is a musical fucking genius, people. If you don't respect him, fuck you. He sung the fuck out this song, y'all. He wrote the fuck out this song. Bananas is what he did. Fucking bananas. That being said, the homie Donnell Jones did him justice. He did him justice. Now, I don't even really know who sung it better. First of all, shout out to the My Heart Donnell Jones best album.
Stop it.
So, go fuck with the My Heart people if y'all ain't. I know everybody want to run to the goddamn what's the name? Where I want to be joined, which is a good album.
Best
My
album.
Heart, best album. But we'll do this later, Jay.
Digressing.
Yeah, we're digressing. We'll do this later, Jay. I'll beat your ass
Bring it
later
back,
on this.
gentlemen.
So, vocally, I don't even know. Production wise, that's damn near a draw too. Who I want to listen to, I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know shit. Except for these was two great artists doing a dope ass song. Thank you.
I'm gonna just say my little bit
I'ma
and get
say
out the
thank
way
you.
for Mr. J.
Yeah.
I don't know either. I like the way Donnell took it and put his little spin on it or whatever.
Yes.
Stevie sung it and was killing it. Donnell put his little spin on it to go with him, his little flow. Killed it. I don't know which one I would rather listen to. I don't know
I'm telling you,
who sung it better.
I don't know. I'm getting the hell out the way.
I don't know.
Jay, come do something because I don't know.
Help us.
We're gonna also real quick give a shout out to again brother Tevin Campbell for
Yes.
your rendition of that joint.
Yes.
You did a good job. These other two
These
brothers
were more superior, and it ain't close.
and it's not close. Having said that, I'm taking Stevie by the slightest of margins, 50.5.
To 49.5.
That's that. That's all I got.
Razor thin, okay.
Razor thin, man.
All right.
Razor thin.
All right, Yearning for Your Love, the Gap Band versus Guy. The Gap Band for me. Everything.
Same.
Vocals, production. That's what I'm listening to. That's it.
You can't keep running.
Man, everybody, I can't believe y'all was so everybody know how I feel about Guy. They were being, my two co-hosts are being very dismissive of Aaron Hall.
Not being dismissive.
That being said, Gap Band like.
I was trying
You see what this brother did? Miss Coco, you see
so
what
extra.
boy be trying to
You
stop-
is so extra.
Man, y'all know Uncle Charlie killed that
Man,
shit.
this dude gonna run us over the bus, man. Don't us under that joint, Miss Coco. He gonna gonna say we been this, and he gonna say it's light work.
All right.
It was light.
Man, it was light.
It was light.
Light
I'm
as
gonna be
hell.
honest. It was light.
Light as a rock. Shout out to MC Light.
Yes. Shout out to the home.
All right, and
To the
last,
home girl.
but definitely not least,
Damn, we done?
we done.
Wow, okay. Come on, talk to me. My bad.
Who can I run to? The Jones Girls versus
Escape.
Escape.
I'm glad you saved this one for last.
I did. I skipped on around. I said I'm gonna come
You
back.
know what, Miss Coco? I'm gonna let you decide how we gonna do this.
Yeah, and that's
You call out who go win.
Okay, let me see. Let me hear from Jay.
Okay.
Again, going into this one, Miss Coco, I had the impression that you had with the En Vogue and Aretha Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, without a shadow of a doubt, Escape. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But earlier, I did my due diligence. I listened to the Joneses, right?
Jones
Jones
girls.
girls.
The Jones Girls. Man, when I tell you again, it's like these girls sound identical. It's like, God dog, Escape was perfect for them to do that joint. So, like y'all said, if it sounds very similar, shit, I gotta go with the original.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna go with the Jones Girl. By a slight margin, again, I'm gonna say on this one, 51-49.
Okay.
I'ma say, I don't know what you listen to,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Okay.
Because for me, Still in the Kill It, Escape, all the way.
Okay.
Song get better, production better. That's who I'm gonna listen to. Shout out to the Jones Girls for making a song, but Escape took that song and did some things to that song. Though that harmony, they hitting and certain parts. I was trying to explain to my co-host over here. I'm like, okay, you hear that as unison. Okay, then that's breaking off into parts. Like they was killing it, and then that breathy and choppy. Who can I run to? Like the choppiness. Who can I run to? Yes, like listen, it's Escape for me, and I listened to the Jones Girl. I wanted to give them a fair shot, but they just wasn't giving what I needed them to give to be placed in front of Escape for me.
Okay. Jay, I'm riding with Miss Coco on this one.
Okay.
I'm not as harsh to the Jones Girls as she was because I thought they done a wonderful job. I think the problem was they were sisters. I think that their voices were too similar.
Okay.
Where Escape got to be distinct.
Yeah. I was looking for those harmonies. I was searching for the bottom, and I was searching for the mid and the top, or whatever, because I'm like, it's the girl, so it's several of them. So where is it at? And it wasn't distinct enough for me to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to give you something, and you're not giving me what I need you to give.
Okay.
But I do feel like they sung that song. And I do. I feel like they done it. For me though, I feel like the girls from Escape, we talk about them time and again on this show, they harmony is ridiculous. And it's just, I think those ladies being sisters, I think their voices was just too similar. And that's what put them over the top to me.
Okay.
So yes, vocally, production, what I rather listen to, Escape.
Okay.
All right, so we are wrapping up this episode of Still It and Kill It. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure you leave us a comment if we have left any songs off that you may have wanted to hear. We might run it back.
Might run it
back.
We get enough, we'll run it
You know
back.
what I'm saying? Let us know.
Yeah.
So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know, we're going to talk to you. We're going to talk back
Absolutely.
or whatever. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at For the Soul the Podcast. It's the number 4DASOUL the podcast. You can email us at forthesoulthepodcast@gmail.com. That's the number 4DASOUL the podcast @gmail.com. Also on Twitter, For the Soul.
And in closing, I'm here.
You're here
And we're here.
for the soul.